I just saw a guy moving up there by that cactus, but he went to the right. Out of view now. So that's the peak right up there that I'm not making today because my body's broke. I have an injury from being a damn paratrooper, 3 hip operations, and I just ain't feeling it today. I'm here at the saddle on Picacho Peak, and this is going to be my stopping point when I eat lunch here. The ranger station is down there. There's where I parked. There's where my car is right there. The white one on the end, close to that roof. Oh yeah, it's a grueling hike. You don't move fast. Maybe 2 miles an hour because it's all uphill, and it's tough. So know your limits. I brought more than enough water, but to go up to that peak, you have to go down and around here, and all the way around that mountain and up, and it gets much more difficult. And you know what? I know me, and right now, 48-year-old Mike is not 26-year-old staff sergeant in the Army with abs showing. No, I have that showing. And I know that I've been in situations before. I know my limits, and today is not the day. I waited too late in the day to come here and do this hike. You should be here at 4 in the morning and make it up in time maybe to see the sun come up. But the intensity of Bob, and Bob is the big orange ball. The sun is so intense here. It's different. It's a different sun. The heat, these rocks, they radiate the heat. And I'm an experienced hiker, and I know me, and I know my limits. I certainly have enough water, but it's the physicality of it. And my body, I just know. And I had a rough hike yesterday, a pretty decent one at Camelback Mountain, and I just can't do it. Saguaro cactus, and these ones down here with the branches coming off. A saguaro like this one is younger than 50 years old. A lot of these that have just a single stalk coming up, if you call it that. The ones with the branches, they don't get the branches till they're at least 50 years old, and they're protected here. You can't mess with them. You can't carve your initials in them. They're a protected species here because they used to be much more of them back in the day. Probably the white man's fault again, I guess. But that's Interstate 17. Up that way is Phoenix going up north. And down yonder is going towards Tucson, where I'm headed to see my buddies, Jim and Patty Griffith. My friend Keith that killed himself 5-6 years ago now. His neighbors down there. I carried a case of Yingling all the way from Pennsylvania to them because they were close friends, and Keith would always, come home and visit and bring Yingling back for them, and they love it. So another plant out here is this one here with the green trunk or stem there. That's called Palo Verde, which means green bark in Espanol. And those smaller ones, see that bush there? The more yellowish ones, I guess. That's cholla. And you go near them and there'll be spikes, little needles, thorns all over you. It's a very unforgiving plant. Well, like I said, I'm not doing it. But look at all those saguaros down there. Look at all those cactuses out there. I love Arizona. I love the Southwest. Wish I had a dad joke for you. I don't. Unless you want to riddle me why or which dinosaurs could jump taller than a house. All of them. Houses can't jump. Michael Patrick Quinn from the saddle of Picacho Peak. Some other time. I'm going to go get a big fat burrito for lunch. Have a great day, everybody. Please comment, because I really appreciate you guys commenting. And I try to get back to everybody. And I even try to give you a thumbs up, even if you call me a dickhead. I did that the other day. People telling me, taking mushrooms while you're there with your grandchildren at a trampoline park. It was 2 little mushroom gummies, fuckface. I wasn't high as a kite. It was just a nice little, slightly squiffy feeling. Squiffy, yes, it's a real word. Look it up. Anyway, take care, everybody.